What's up, YouTube? This is gonna be different. I ain't gonna do an intro like I normally do because the type of video I'm about to make right here. I gotta make this type of video. It sucks. It's a bad look all the way around. I'd rather be doing a free agency video right now, and I'm having one dropping pretty soon. But in light of what's been going on for the past week, past couple of days, I have to do this video first. Everybody knows what's been going on, what's been said, and the things that have been brought up against the Houston Texans quarterback DeShaun Watson. We already know what DeShaun Watson's been going through for the past 2.5, 3 months versus the Texans organization trying to force a way out, trade out of Houston, and then now he's being charged with civil suits when it comes to some sexual assault cases dating back to I think as early as March of last year. Um, as the last time I checked, it was up to 22 women that reached out to a lawyer. They're filing the civil suit, and it's a lot of things been going on. A lot of things have been said back and forth. How does this affect a lot of different things? I'm gonna talk about both those angles. How this affects things on the field, and also how this affects Deshaun Watson personally. Um, First off, I'm gonna start off that I don't tolerate or condone any of that. Um, I was raised by a woman. Uh, I was in the house with I'm the youngest. I'm a mom of two kids and have an older sister. I was raised around my grandmother as well, so I was raised around a lot of women growing up. Both my grandmothers, like I say, my mother and my sister. So I take things like this very, very seriously because I know I would not want this to happen to any of my family members or loved ones or any woman, period. So I want to put that out there first. At the end of the day, I think we all can say this. No matter what, if you believe if Deshaun Watson's guilty or innocent, my personal opinion, I believe that he's innocent. I'm more hopeful that he's innocent, but I do believe he's innocent. I'm explaining why. But at the very least, he's guilty of one thing, and that's being incredibly stupid. I think we all can agree on that, and I'm gonna explain why. Because he's being stupid on he can be stupid on two different fronts. One is the one I think he's probably the most at is being too trusting. From what I've gathered from Deshaun Watson, watching him for the past 4 years, from everything that everybody's been saying about Deshaun Watson, I don't see this type of guy do. I don't see what they've been saying. This type of guy doing that type of thing. Now, again, you never know what's on somebody's agenda, what somebody's thinking behind closed doors and things like that. But I just don't feel that way, especially when it's up to 22 women. Um, I believe that he's a little bit too trusting because when you up and have a certain status, people always out to get you. I don't put nothing past nobody, and that's a two-way street. I don't put nothing past I'm with that somebody would do these type of acts. And at the same time, I don't put nothing past people always trying to sack chase and get money. I don't put nothing past nobody when it comes to anything. I told you I'm skeptical by nature on a lot of fronts, like a lot of things. No, I'm skeptical of a lot of stuff. So when you in that type of situation, when you in that type of predicament, when you had that status, you a franchise quarterback of an NFL team, you worth multi-million dollars with either licensed masseuse or unlicensed masseuse or whatever the case may be, you to have yourself protected at all single times. I seen the thing with it was a rapper. He had an interview and he said that when he goes on tour and women come to his hotel, he has a lawyer draw up a contract stating that, hey, if anything goes down, he has her write off a disclaimer that, hey, anything that happens in this room is consensual. So he don't need her come back, saying that he did this and did that. And that's a smart ass idea because you don't want things like this, even if you didn't do anything, for something to appear to happen. Deshaun's worth all this money. Why you don't have surveillance in your house? Why they have surveillance in your house? So hey, they can say whatever you want. Like, hey, I got the tape. I'm gonna pull this tape up. The whole massage is right there. I ain't do nothing I wasn't supposed to do. I was laying there getting a massage. Or have a witness. Have his girl Jilly or his agent or his homeboy, another teammate, somebody to be a witness that is all right, now it's three people saying she a damn lie or something like that. Like that's what should have been happening. That's why I'm saying that he was at the very least stupid on that stand front. The other part that I say, because if he was guilty, if he's actually done these things, why did he ask for this trade? That's completely stupid because he's putting himself out there. Because remember this. Remember why he's asking for the trade. Remember why he's asking for the trade. It's not because the Texans were 4-12. It wasn't because they fired Bill O'Brien. It wasn't because just they traded the. It wasn't none of that. He said people have been talking about the reason why he's asking for a trade because he's been lied to. Because he said he doesn't think the Texans care about social injustice. You can't be on that high horse saying that you think the Texans don't care about social injustice, that they're not hiring minority candidates, that they want to do what they want to do, and while you all in the back door assaulting women. Those things don't coexist. Those things don't add up. Also, you making it public that you want to trade. DeShaun Watson has been the leading story in the NFL since before the Super Bowl. Super Bowl week, when you got Tom Brady versus Patrick Mahomes. Last year's Super Bowl MVP, the GOAT, going to his 10th Super Bowl, heading off. The very first time an NFL franchise has hosted a Super Bowl game. That was the Super Bowl that we had this in February. But the leading story every single day, even Super Bowl week, was DeShaun Watson forcing the trade out of Houston. That was the leading story. If you were guilty of these type of things, why would you do that? Why would you make yourself public like that? If you know you done some fuck shit, you're gonna be hiding out. You're gonna be hiding. You're not gonna be you're not gonna put yourself in the spotlight more so than you thought, more so than you have to be outside of you going doing your job, playing football and going home. You're not doing no extra activity to put yourself in the spotlight so somebody will point the finger like, hey, that's the dude right there. That's him right there. No, you gonna be quiet if you guilty of doing that. And that's the reason why I don't believe, that's why I'm leaning more towards the side. I think that he got the massages, yes. And he like to get massages. Ain't nothing wrong with him getting massages. I think that he's a little bit too trustworthy. And some people out there trying to, do what they gotta do. Now, I'm not saying that he's, because I just don't see why would you put yourself in that situation knowing that you've done some stuff. Also, then you out here tweeting out, loyalty is everything. I value loyalty. Loyalty comes first. If you've been rocking with me from the beginning, it's a good look. All these cryptic ass tweets that he's been tweeting out. If you wouldn't be doing all this, if you know you got this on the back burner, if you know that if you know what you've been doing behind closed doors, has been doing some bad stuff, some fuck shit, you wouldn't do that. You would. There's no incentive of you doing that. If you know you got that on the back burner, you're not gonna put yourself in the spotlight. And if you are, you're an idiot. That's what I'm saying. He's stupid on 1-2 accounts. He's either stupid for putting himself in a situation by being trustworthy, or he's extremely stupid for doing the damn stupid shit and then putting himself on Front Street when he didn't have to. And I believe this, that he's going to regret, his biggest regret outside, if he did or didn't. If he did do it, he's going to regret doing that, because if he did it, and especially if he gets criminal charges pressed up against him, the Texans is the least of his worries. Football is the least of his worries. And playing for the Texans is the least of his worries. He's going to regret that. But the thing he's going to also regret is asking for a trade out of Houston. I'm about to explain why. Because I think that might be the root of all this is going on. And like I said, I'm explaining why I believe that's going to be the root of this all going on. Because this right here basically basically puts him in a bad position. And if DeShaun Watson beats this, if DeShaun Watson beats this and he gets exonerated or it gets cleared, they come out and find out they was lying, whatever the case may be, the first thing DeShaun needs to do, he's to fire his agent David. I know it's with David and move together. I know I butchered his name, but oh well. He's to fire him. Also, whoever is in his camp, in his circle, telling him he should have got out of Houston, needs to get out of Houston. If they're working for him, he's to fire them. If they close friends or relatives, he's to cut ties and serve them, handle them with a long handled spoon, because he's been getting bad advice from the jump, just point blank. If guilty or not, he's been getting bad advice. Like I said, especially if he's guilty, because the bad advice he's getting is not only trying to force the way out of Houston, and the second part is the way they're trying to go about doing it. Because David is doing what he did with Jalen Ramsey. Hey, you alienate yourself from the team. They call, they text, you don't respond. You be short with them, whatever. You distance yourself from the team, have nothing to do with the team. I'm going to get you out of Houston. And that strategy works in the NBA. But you're not Rich Paul, and this is not the NBA. Now, if something like this happens, because apparently the lawyer came up to DeShaun and approached DeShaun first before they went public, like, hey, we might go public with this. So since we might go public with this, hey, you want to settle? And that's another red flag to me. Like, they instead of filing criminal charges and also still filing civil suits, you went to Deshaun first to get money first. Like that right there, like that doesn't sit well with me. Also, the lawyer himself, he's posting stuff on Instagram before he even files the suits. He's posting information about the law. He posted confidential information from the NFL from them doing the investigation. He posting stuff online. It seems very clout chasing to me personally. That's why it's just a lot of stuff that it seems like it's very clout chasing. I know me personally, if I'm have somebody suing somebody, I don't want my lawyer posting that stuff on Instagram, on Twitter, or Facebook, or Snapchat, YouTube Live, whatever. I don't want him doing that. Do the legal stuff first. I don't want you doing it, period. But do the legal stuff first. Don't do that, then do legal. What about if Deshaun's agent takes that, flips that, and presses something against you before you even file a charge? Like, oh wait, now you more so a retaliation charge, like type shit. Like, I don't understand the agent the lawyer strategy, the plaintiff's agent strategy on that front. That's why I said this to me seems very clout chasing, very I'm trying to get some money, very sack chasing. But anyway, when the agent came up to Deshaun, or a lawyer came up to Deshaun said, no, I'm not doing that because I ain't doing nothing wrong. If Deshaun wasn't alienating himself from the team, he could have went to Cal McNair. He'd be like, hey, I know I got a couple massages, but now they up here talking about I did something wrong. I know I ain't never do nothing wrong. Like, they out here chasing, trying to get money out of me. Cal is a billionaire, owns $1 billion industry. A $1 billion organization. They got money all over the place. They got teams of lawyers. They be like, we got this, Deshaun. Don't worry, we gonna handle it. It would never seen the light of day. All it would have been swept on the rug. Nothing would have ever been heard about. That's what teams have, fixers. They got people who fix stuff. NFL organizations, NBA organizations, they got teams. The organizations, when it comes to star athletes now, somebody middle of the road athlete, whatever, back half of the roster guy, they don't really care about. But they star guys, your franchise quarterback, your franchise NBA player, your franchise baseball player, whatever. They gonna take care of them. Trust me. If the player knows about it first, now of course if the plaintiff goes straight to the public, then hey, you can't do nothing about it. But if they come to them first, like on some, hey, if you give us some money, we'll go away type shit. The teams fix that shit instantly. You know why? Because they're billionaires. And last time I checked, billion is worth more than million, and million and billion are both worth more than people who ain't got a dime. Last time I checked. So if Deshaun, that's why I say Deshaun needs to fire his agent. If he gets cleared, he needs to fire his agent and fire whoever was ever in his ear, telling him he needs to get out of Houston or separate them from his circle because he was getting bad information and bad advice from the jump. Because you can't sit up here and be doing what you've been doing, not talking to the Texans. They trying to call you, trying to text you, whatever. You've been spitting in their face for 2 months, and then turn around and ask them for a favor now. You can't. And the thing I've heard, the Texans are upset at Deshaun because they didn't come to him. Because he didn't come to them. Because they felt they can fix it. What tells me this happens all the time from all type of star athletes and organizations and teams. Fix it. And this right here is what's going to hurt Deshaun Watson. He's going to hate that he asked for this trade. Now, let's talk about it from a football standpoint. Because I've heard people talking about, especially the whole thing, the NFL's investigating, the NFL could suspend them. We don't know Roger Goodell can give him 2 games. I think Ben Roethlisberger would serve 2 games back like in 05, 04, whenever it was he got suspended with his sexual assault case. I think he actually grabbed somebody or he actually had sex. The difference is Deshaun has like now is the women growing up to 22, if not more than that by the time I make this video. But, and Ben was only one person. I mean, other people that got like 4 games, possibly 8 games, 6 games, a season type stuff. We don't know exactly if Roger Goodell is going to suspend Deshaun Watson. So that right there, in my opinion, minimizes the chance of Deshaun Watson getting traded by the draft. Even though there are reports that teams are still interested in Deshaun, but they're monitoring the situation. They're not trading for Deshaun unless they know Deshaun Watson is or is not being suspended. They need to know if he's going to get suspended first. Nothing about guilt or innocence. They want to know if he's going to be able to be available for them for the whole season. That's their main concern at this point, outside of if he will be going, like, serving a time. And as the last time I checked, these are all civil suits. These are not criminal charges. So it's all about money, which, again, to me, raises a red flag. Because if you feel violated, you want justice, not money. Like that, in my personal opinion. That's just me, how I think. Like, if you feel like you've been violated, you want justice. You want that person to go to jail or be punished. Not they give you some money and you go away. If you feel like you've been violated, because even if you get money, that violation still would happen, and that person's still walking around able to violate somebody else. When you feel like you've been violated, you don't want that person to violate nobody else ever again. Type stuff. That's just me. That's what I think, but I could be wrong. But even though the reports the team still won, but like I said, they gonna want to know if DeShaun Watson is gonna be suspended. And people say this hurts the Texans' trade value. This puts the Texans in a bad position. No, it doesn't. It puts them in a bad position if what they've been saying all along was a lie. That they've been saying they're not going to trade DeShaun Watson, but yet and still they plan on trading DeShaun Watson and plan on getting that massive big haul that I've been talking about, that other people have been talking about. If that's what they really been trying to do, then yeah, this does throw a huge monkey wrench, because a team, even if teams are still interested, they're not going to give up what they once was going to give up. I don't see the Jets giving up mortgaging their future to give up DeShaun Watson, and DeShaun Watson could be getting suspended or possibly be serving, possibly even things even worse. So I do think that throws a monkey wrench in it. But if they've been telling the truth the whole time and they don't want to trade DeShaun Watson, which if you look by the offseason moves, even with the Tyrod Taylor move, the way they've been operating is they want to keep DeShaun Watson. Outside, the only thing that's different is that they let Will Fuller walk. Especially seeing that Will Fuller went for 1 year, $10 million. Like, he went less than what I've been saying this whole time, that he's going to sign a deal worth 12 and a half up to 13. He signed for 10 for 1 year, but he signed a big, just a straight up prove it deal. I'm pretty sure he's banking on DeShaun playing for Miami, because I don't see Tua getting him a bag like that. Like, I mean, who knows? But the way the Fuller's a downfield threat, I don't see how he thinks Tua can help him maximize his downfieldness. But anyway. That's a conversation for another video. This puts the Texans in the position because now DeShaun Watson has no choice but to play football for the Texans. If the Texans do not trade DeShaun Watson, he has no choice but to come to camp. He has no choice but to play football. This whole thing, he's going to sit out and do all this. Even if DeShaun Watson gets cleared tomorrow, this could all come out tomorrow that all these are lies. He could be completely exonerated. Like, all these are lies. All that. He's always going to be guilty in public opinion. Somebody's always going to be like, no, he did it. He just paid somebody off. He did that. Somebody's always going to have that in the back of their head. Somebody's always going to be saying that. His reputation, his name, he's going to have to work to get that cleaned up again. Because lying or not, if it's the truth or if it's a lie, his name is now dirty, and it's going to continue to be dirty until he cleans it up. And because of that, he has no merit to stand on. He has to go back to the Texans with his tail tucked between his legs and play football. He can't say, I'm not playing for y'all until I get traded. I'm getting traded. I'm not going to camp. I'm going to sit out the whole season. He can't do that now. He can't. They took away Cam Newton's endorsement deals for saying it was funny for a woman to ask him a question about routes. He laughed like, wow, you asked me about a route? That's the first time I ever heard a woman ask me about a route. Wow, you know what that is. Like, wow, okay. That's Cam Newton. For saying that, he got endorsement deals pulled from him from saying that. Do you think DeShaun Watson's still going to have endorsement deals for having a sexual assault case? Multiple? No. They're going to pull his endorsements too. So he's not going to have the endorsement bag. And then, like I just said, you can continue to have this bad publicity. So he got to go play nice now. He has to go play nice. He got to be a yes-some, no-some type player. Yes-some boss, no-some boss. He's going to go, and that's exactly what the Texans want. Because he got to be a good old boy. He got to go down there with his head down, tail tucked between his legs, and play football now. Because that's the only thing that's going to solve this. That's the only thing that's going to clear his name up is winning. Because winning solves everything. Once people start winning championships, people start forgetting about stuff. When people start balling out, they can start caring less. They stop. Like Ben Roethlisberger had a case. Nobody talks about Ben Roethlisberger's case no more. Now the difference also Ben Roethlisberger white and DeShaun Watson black and stuff like that. Same thing with Kobe. Like I hate to bring it up, to bring up, well, even though, but it never left Kobe, because you see after Kobe passed, when what's called did the interview to was it Lisa Leslie, one of the first questions she asked was about Colorado, and this man is gone. This man is gone, and he was cleared. If I'm not mistaken, when he cleared, he was cleared of rape charges, but he's gone, and they still asking about that. But it wasn't the first. But in that conversation was the first thing. But from a perspective, from everybody else, people still love Kobe. You know why? Because Kobe went back, played basketball, won championships. Shaq left, still won 2 finals, won an MVP, all that type of stuff. Winning solves everything. When it comes to sports, winning solves everything. So DeShaun will have to come back to the Texans. If the Texans don't want to trade him, comes back with his tail tucked in between his legs, and have to play football. And to be honest, especially if he's innocent, if he's playing for the Texans or if he's playing for whoever else, DeShaun's going to ball. I guarantee DeShaun is going to ball. He's going to take it out on the league. DeShaun is going to ball. He's going to straight up ball. Straight up. And like I said, I hate that he's going through this, because I hate for anybody's name to be like I say, if it's true, shame on him, and I feel sorry for the victims. But at the same time, if this is a lie, if this is somebody just trying to get some money, complete shame on them, shame on them lawyers, shame on all that, shame on everybody who talking about retweeting it, all that. Shame on all that, and I feel sorry for the son. I don't want nobody to go through this. Vice versa, either way go. I don't want nobody to be assaulted, and I don't want nobody to be lied on. But I guess I would rather somebody be lied on than really somebody be assaulted. And I just hope that he gets cleared, and I hope he can put this past him. Like I said, if he gets cleared, he's going to ball whenever he decides to ball. Now it's up to the Texans. Or they now want to trade him, because you know how the Texans think, man. Oh, we want the good old boys and stuff like that, and we don't want no bad seeds over here. But if they believe DeShaun Watson that he's innocent, because like I said, anybody can get lied on. Like somebody go lie on Jack right now. Somebody go lie on Cal right now. Somebody can go lie on Nick Casario right now. Like somebody just go lie on them right now. So it's an accusation. It's not being proven. It's not like somebody, it's not like a woman say he abused her and she got bruises on her arms. It's not video footage like Ray Rice and stuff like that, or Keem Hunt, or even though Keem Hunt wasn't as bad as everybody was making it seem at first. Who was there? Joe Mixon. It's not like it's video footage of bad acts. This is more so he say, she say, and there's no evidence, so it's kind of hard to prove. And because it's kind of hard to prove, like I said, it's he say, she say, and I do think the Texans could get past it, especially if he gets cleared. If he gets cleared or whatever. And I think it got to this point, like I said, it got all the way to this point because DeShaun Watson forced a trade. Now, I'm not the ones out here saying that the Texans sicked them on them and this is it's all stemming from that. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is because he soured that relationship and burnt that bridge with the Texans, that he couldn't ask the Texans for help when the lawyer first came to him, whenever it was, if it was a week ago, a month ago, whenever the lawyer first came to DeShaun, he wasn't able to go to the team and have the team fix it. If he had the team, if this was a year ago, and everything was, he was in good standards with the Texans organization. Him and Jack taking pictures or whatever the case may be, like how it was when he signed the contract. How everybody, because he thanked Jack in the speech when he got the contract and things like that. If it was still in that situation, the Texans would have cleared this up. He could have went to the Texans and be like, "Hey, such and such happened. Blase, blase. I know I'm gonna do better as far as I'm gonna have myself protected." And this is a lesson to all athletes or all people who have financial power and financial means and think people could be after them. Protect yourself at all times. Have witnesses, have recordings, whatever. So you know that if somebody ever say this, that, and the third, you got proof. Especially if you got video proof, like, roll that tape. DJ hit that track. And they play that. Oh, he ain't do nothing. He ain't do nothing at all. Oh, he lying. Oh, she lying. Type stuff. Lesson learned. Lesson learned. So like I said, he's either too trusting, which you got to know better. You worth all this money, you got to know better. You can't be that trusting. You not in the country in Georgia no more. Gainesville. You're not in Gainesville, Georgia no more. You're not in Clemson. You're not in Clemson, Carolina no more. You are worth what, $40 million a year. You're worth $150 million now. People are going to come after you because of your status, because of how much you make, because of who you are. And if you did it, like I said, shame on you if you did. But this is just something that, like I said, he's either stupid on being too trustworthy, or stupid on doing it for one, and then putting himself in the limelight unnecessarily by forcing the trade and doing all the stuff he's been doing, the cryptic tweets and all the things he's been doing, the acting Hollywood on the Versus thing for the Pro Bowl and stuff like that. All the stuff that put him in the spotlight more so than he had to be in, outside just being a franchise NFL quarterback, will raise an eyebrow. So, like I say, I hope that he's innocent. I think he is. I hope he is. Hope he gets cleared. Like I said, ultimately, I hope he stays a Texan. Hope he plays. I hope he balls. Hope he doesn't get suspended. I hope all this gets cleared up soon. Because I hate for somebody's name to be thrown around the mud like that. Like I said, I hate doing this video. I must be rather doing the free agency video, which I'm about to do. But it's just a bad situation. I feel bad for him, and I feel bad for everybody involved, because I just do. Like I said, it's just a bad situation, and like I said, no matter what, people are always gonna have a certain opinion, good or bad, either that he did it or he didn't do it. No matter what happens, no matter how it plays out, people are gonna have a opinion, not only on him, opinion on the team, opinion on everybody going forward. Everybody's gonna have a different type of opinion. Oh, they set him up. Oh, he did it. Oh, they lying. Oh, they this. Oh, they that. Like it's just a bad situation. Like, share, subscribe if you haven't. Comment below if you haven't. Click that bell. Get more videos. I'll holla.